Yes, ma'am. You can start.
Yes, good morning, students. Very, very good morning. Hope you all are doing well. Your studies are going on nicely, right? So, very good morning. And today we are going to learn a very nice poem. So, before we go to our today's topic, just let me ask you some few questions. Some means that is also very interesting questions. So, students, do you like to live in an imaginary world? Imaginary world. Yes, like
Yes,
yes,
teacher.
we like to live in an imaginary world, yes. So we
Yes.
that world whatever according to our wishes will be there. जो भी हम लोग
Yes.
चाहेंगे अपनी विशेष से होगा, right? So
Yes.
can any one of you tell me कि what is your imaginary world? How your world is there? What do you think in
Ma-
your imagination?
Ma'am, I think I will become a cricketer.
Okay, you think that you are imagine that you will be a good cricketer like a Sachin Tendulkar, yes?
Yes.
Good. So now, yes, Disha. Neeraj want to become a pharmacy. Pharmacy, it's a pharmacist. Yes, Disha, you want to share your imaginary world, what you imagine. Okay. So, Disha, you can unmute better. You have raised your hand. Mariam want to become a collector officer. Good. In our imaginary world, we can imagine anything, right? So that it will be very good if you want whatever you imagine in your world, right? If you imagine
Yes.
you want to be a cricketer, you want to become a pharmacist, you want to become a collector, hope you will achieve that. Okay, I will
Yes.
all the best for all the students who have imagined their future. Very all the best for that you will get that whatever you imagine. But today's lecture we are going to learn a very interesting poem. And before that, see, the name of the poem is Tartary. What is the name of our poem? Is Tartary.
Tartary.
Yes, and this poem is written by Walter de la Mare. Walter de la Mare, you can see on the screen. So he was
Yes.
one of the famous poet. Yes. Now be on muted, students. When I ask you something, then only you go on unmute. So see, now just Mariam said, Neeraj said, many other students said about their imaginary world, right? So now, just yesterday the news was there. The school will open from the 1st December, right? And we are imagining this from the last 1.5 years that our school should be there, right? And maybe your schools were not there, so some students may be happy. Yes, अच्छा है ना बाबा स्कूल बंद था, आराम से उठ रहे थे, अच्छा चल रहा था, right? Are you thinking like that? When your schools were not there, you are at home. Do you like to be at home? Many of them or most of the students that or parent want that school should be there, right? So in our imaginary world we are thinking the different things that we can't enjoy in our actual life, right? So now in this poem the poet has given the imaginary world. We are going to see the next what is the imagination there. So first I will introduce you related with this poet, how the I am going to give you the introduction of the poet. So this poem was written by Walter de la Mare. His praise of 1873 to 1956. So Walter is the author of many poems in which dreams and reality, fairies and humble natural creators are delightfully blended. So mostly he is writing the poem related with the dream, imaginary world, related with fairies, which the students like most. Fairy tales हमें ज़्यादा पसंद है ना, and natural creators. he was educated at St. Paul's Cathedral School, and it was in London. He was engaged in the business in London for some many years. Then his early books were published under the name of Walter Rammel. His work includes The Listeners, Peacock Pie, The Whale, The Burning Glass, and Wing Carrier. He has also written some novels and stories for children. So this is all about our author, our poet, Walter de la Mare. So whenever you learn any poem, you must know about that poet. What is the work of that poet? So Walter de la More is writing. He's writing in the field of mostly in the field of the dream poem, the fairy poem, like that. And he was there at London. And he born at London only. So this is about all about our Walter de la Mare. So students, see, if you see this picture, so you can see in this picture a boy is there, right? And the boy, if you minutely observe that boy, what you can see, students, the boy is in a night suit. Yes, mostly when we wear the night suit at night time, when we want to sleep, when we go to bed, at that time we are wearing our night suit, right? So whatever he is observing and whatever is given in this poem, it is related with what? The dream of this boy. You can see the boy is in a dream, and he is observing the different things in his dream. So whatever he observed in his dream, that is given in this poem. So this poem, the name of the poem is what? Your Tartary. So this poem is imaginary poem which is based on Tartary. Tartary का meaning होता है the land, or the some place in somewhere London. The boy is from the London, means mostly the poet is imagining himself only, and he is imagining different things. If you see the bird, we can see the peacock, we can see the crown, tiger, fishes, the musical instruments are there, the cart is there, so and Saturn trees are there. So the boy is imagining all these things. So this poem, the Tartary, is based on what? The imaginary world, and the poet wishes to the Lord. He want to be a lord of that Tartary. Lord means what? He want to become a king of that uh, land, that is Tartary. And when he can enjoy all the pleasures according to his own will, whatever the facilities are there, he should enjoy that all the things with his own wishes. And there is a rich variety of exotic colors, and the bed should be, I'm going to explain stanza by stanza, just I'm giving you the main idea of this poem. So that he want all the luxurious life. He is dreaming that he is a lord, he is a king of that Tartary land. It's an imaginary land, and he's a king of that land, and he want to enjoy all that things. So today we are going to learn stanza by stanza about this poem. The name of our poem is what? Tartary. Are you getting my 5 points, students? Let's see. First, I will read the stanza and then I will explain you. If I were Lord of Tartary, myself and me alone, my bed should be of ivory, of beaten gold my throne, and in my court should peacocks flaunt, and in my forest tigers haunt, and in my pools great fishes slant their fins outward the sun. See, the poet is imagining different things. You can see in this picture, this boy is there. See how nicely he's walking like a king. So what he wants, students, I'm reading the lines again. If I were a lord of Tartary, myself and me alone, my bed should be of ivory, of beaten gold of my throne, and my coat should peacocks flaunt, and in my forest tigers haunt, and in my pools great fishes slant their fins outward the sun. So the boy is there and he thinks that he desires that if he become a king of what? Tartary. If this boy become a king of Tartary, that is an imaginary land, what he will do? He will being a king of Tartary. As a king of Tartary, he enjoy all the sleepings. And where? He will sleep on the bed which was made from the ivory. So ivory means what? It's the elephant teeth. So he want to sleep on the bed which is made up of what? Ivory. And he would also feel proud of sitting on his throne that was be made of pure gold. And where he will sit on the throne which will be of what? Gold. So he will have a bed of ivory. He will sit on the golden throne. And in his court, he want that when जो उसका कोर्ट रहेगा राजा का दरबार रहेगा so there will be peacocks, different colors feathers will be there. His courtyard will be so beautiful and splendid, so big, and there will be the different colors of peacocks will be there for the decoration. Then they would move freely in the courtyard from one place to another very calmly and peacefully. This for peacocks will can move here and there from one place to another very freely. No minister, no other soldiers will disturb him. No one will do anything with that peacocks. No one will harm them. And in his courtyard, there should be a in the forest of this imaginary state would be a unique because of numberless tigers that would be moved freely to add the beauty of the forest. In his courtyard, जो उसका palace रहेगा, in nearby that the forest will be there and number of tigers will be there, those who can move here and there freely, and they will add the beauty of the forest. The pools of his palace would be teemed with the beautiful and rare fishes that would swim in the clear water and create different colors in the sunlight. So not only the tigers, peacocks, but the fishes will be there of different colors. And when as soon as the sun will be there on that fish, what will happen? That will shine. So here flaunt means what, students? Flaunt means to display. Outward means from one side to another side, and haunt means visit. So in this first stanza, the boy is imagining this different thing that he is a lord of that Tartary land and he is imagining all these things. Got it? We will move to, hope you will got it, the first stanza of this poem. Okay. Last time I'm reading and I'm giving you the meanings also. If I were a lord of Tartary, myself and me alone, he will be alone there, no other will be there. My bed should be of ivory, of beaten gold, my throne, and in my court should peacocks flaunt, and in my forest tigers haunt, and in my pools great fishes slant their fins outward the sun. Here the ivory means what? Your elephant teeth. Flaunt means to display. Slant, go quietly. Outward from one side to another. Haunt means visit. We will see next. I'm reading it again. If I were a lord of Tartary, trumpets every day, to every meal would summon me, and in my courtyard bray, and in the evening lamps would shine, yellow as honey, red as wine, while harp and flute and mandolin made music sweet and gay. See here, in this you can see the pictures. Trumpeters. Trumpeters means what, students? A person who played trumpet. Trumpet is what? It's a musical instrument. So in this second stanza, in these lines, from these lines, the poet want to tell us that if he were the lord of Tartary, he would be called for every meal by his servants who could blow different types of bugles or music. In the evening, his palace would be enlightened with a different colors light. When he will sit for his lunch or dinner, what will be there? His servants will serve him meal. But what some the trumpets will play in the music means the dinner, the lunch should be musical, and the lights will be there. Different colors lights will be there, especially of what yellow, red color. Maybe that's a poet like that color. That boy like that color, red and yellow. So that's why he want that the lamp should be of what red, yellow color, and the colors of these lights would be as yellow as the color of the honey. Comparison is this as yellow as red, so that yellow color is compared what honey, like honey, that yellow color should be there, and red as wine. So here comparison is also given, and the many types of musical instruments would be played in his palace, and the music must have the instrument like harp. You can see in this picture harp, flute, and mandolin. So these are that musical instruments you can see on your screen: harp, flute, and mandolin. This is harp, flute, and mandolin. So the many types of musical instruments would also be played in his palace, and the music of these instruments would create a romantic environment in the palace, and the poet would feel relieved by listening to all the allergic music. So when he was taking dinner, he was in his palace, he will do his lunch, dinner, anything, breakfast with all this musical and romantic environment in a romantic environment. So students, just I told you the trumpet's meaning is what? A person who play trumpet. And bray means what? A loud, harsh sound. I think you must got this. The meaning of this stanza. Okay, I will read again. If I were Lord of Tartary, trumpets every day, to every meal would summon me. Summon means to serve him. And in my courtyard bray, and in the evening lamps would shine, yellow as honey, red as wine, while harp and flute and mandolin made music sweet and gay. See the next, what the next stanza, what the poet imagined for next in his imaginary world, what he again wants to imagine. So in next stanza, if I were Lord of Tartary, I would wear a robe of beads, white and gold and green. They would be, and clustered thick as seeds, and ear should weigh the morning star. I would don my robe and meter, and zebra 7 should draw my car through Tartary's dark glades. See now what the poem want here. In this stanza, in these lines, the poet tells us about his dress, that he would be wear of gown, being a king of Tartary, like a gown it should be there, and like the kings are wearing like that, his dress should be there, and his royal dress would be studded with the various colors of diamonds. He's a king, so his dress should be studded with what? The different diamonds, different pearls. See his crown, so it should have some beads, so that he look like a king. His royal dress would be studded with the various colors of diamonds. It would be a very costly dress because of pearls, which would be in a large number, as there is a seeds in the field. How he compare in a field, in a farm, like we are mowing the seeds, right? Like that, his on his dress, the beads, the diamond should be there as number of that. So he's comparing. So his dress should be so costly, and in that so many diamonds should be there. Like we are growing the seeds in our farm. Okay, and he said that a king he would sit in a carriage that would be pulled by zebras, not by the horses. He don't want horses should pull his cart. His cart should be pulled by who? By the zebras. Zebras should be there and they should pull his cart. Got it? And that cart should be pulled and through the Tartary's dark glades, and that should be a open space in a forest, and from that the zebras are pulling his cart. So like that the poet is imagined if he will be a king, he will be a lord of the Tartary, what he want. So in this stanza he want that his dress should be so much expensive, his cart should be driven by the zebras. Okay, so here the word ir means what? Before. Don, don means wear. Smeter means what? A sword with a curved blade. You can see here the picture of smeter. Glades means a open space in a forest. Hope you are getting what I am teaching to you. Are you enjoying the poem, students? Okay. Yes. So I'm reading the stanza again. If I were Lord of Tartary, I would wear a robe of beads, white and gold and green they would be, and clustered thick as seeds. And ear should wane the morning star. I would don my robe and smeter, and Std7 should draw my car through the Tartary's dark glades. Okay, we will see the next one. In this stanza, Lord of the fruits of Tartary, her river silver pale, Lord of the hills of Tartary, glen, thicket, wood and dell, her flashing stars, her scented bridge, her trembling lakes like a foamless seas, her birds delighting citron trees in every purple well. See, you can see here the different pictures I have put here. See, this is a valley, citron seeds. The bird is enjoying this citron seeds, right? So, what this poet wants to tell in this through these lines? So, in these lines, the poet emulates different kinds of object of the Tartary, in which he wishes to be the ruler. What his dream is that he should be a king, he should be a ruler, and he says that he will be the sole ruler of all the fruits of Tartary. So whatever the forest will be there, he will be what? He will rule over that. He will be the ruler of that Tartary, and he will be the ruler of the silver pale valleys. See here, the deep valleys is there, the silver valley is there, and he want to rule over that valley also. Means whatever the surrounding is there, what is the around the land around that valley is there, and that valley is also there. That should belong to him only. He should be the ruler of that area, of that region, and he should rule over the silver valleys also, through the forest also, on the forest also, and he will be the ruler of the colorful hills, mountains of the valley. He will be the ruler and the owner of all the small and big forests and the broad and narrow valleys of the country. And he will be the sole ruler of twinkling stars, smelling, sweet smelling air, lakes with a rising and falling waters, and oceans of a crystal clear water. He will be the ruler of all the purple valleys in which there will be citron seeds, pleasing and delighting. So, in short, what is that poet, that boy want to be a ruler of everything, the valleys, the forests, everything, the small, small things, the lakes, everything. Formless seas means very clear water. So he want to be a ruler of everything, each and every small thing. So here the word glen means what? Deep valley, like this. Breeze means soft wind. Trembling means to shake. Citron trees, thorny evergreen small trees. So I am reading this again. Hope you got the meaning of these lines. Have you understood? Students, have you understood the meaning of these lines? I'm reading the lines again. Lord of the fruits of Tartary, her rivers silver pale, Lord of the hills of Tartary, glen, thicket, wood and dell. Her flashing stars, her scented bridge, her trembling lakes like foamless seas, her birds delighting citron trees in every purple well. Have you got the meaning of all these stanzas? Students, if you got, show me thumbs up. Good. So now we will read the poem. Mariam, will you read the first stanza? Wait, I will show you the first stanza. Mariam, can you read? Gunjan, read this first stanza.
And in my forest tiger hunt, and in my pools great fishes slander, winds athwart the sun.
Yes. Next stanza, I want to Neeraj.
Thank you.
Read Neeraj. Any other students want to read? You can raise your hand. Neeraj, you have raised your hand, so you can start reading fast.
Yes, ma'am.
Huh.
It I were lord of
Tartary.
Tarle,
Tartary.
Tartary,
Trumptus.
greeter,
Trumptus every day.
every meal, trumpeter every day to every meal would summon me, and in my courtyard day, and in the evening lamp would shine yellow as honey, red as wine, white heart and flower, and
Made music.
Monday
And
made music sweet and gay.
yes, go on mute. Good. Your voice is not so good because of some network issue. Next, I want Pooja to read. Pooja Pandey. Neeraj, go on mute. Pooja.
Yes, miss.
Read, beta.
If I were lord of territory, I'd wear a robe of gold and green day we and cursed thick as fits and ear should warm the morning star. I don my robe and Meter. Zebra 7 should draw my car through territory dark ladies.
Good. Last stanza. I want Alfia. Alfia, go on unmute. Someone's mic is on. Be on mute, students. Alfia, are you reading, or I will give the chance to another student? Shivam. Shivam. Mariam.
Yes, miss.
Read, beta.
Lord of fruits of territory, here rivers silver pale, lords of hill of territory, gleam
Tartary.
thicket, Tartary, gleam thicket, wood and dale, her flashing star, her scent breeze, her trembling lakes like foamless seas, her bird delighting citron trees in every purple vale.
So have you understood, students, all the
Yes,
lines of this poem? Everyone, you have
yes,
any doubt? You have any doubt related with this poem? You have any doubt? You can ask me. And if you got the meaning of all the lines, just show me thumbs up, quick thumbs up. And if you have any doubt, you can ask me that doubt. Good. So let's start what we have learned. Okay. If you got the meaning of this poem, so let's start what we have learned. So just answer my questions. So you have to pick the best answer, means from that option, what is the correct answer you have to tell me. In a Tartary, the Lord's bed would be made up of gold, silver, ivory, wood. Now you can put in chat box also your answer. It should be made up of what? The bed should be of what? Venkatesh, his mic is on. The bed should be of what? Ivory, yes. Anushka has put in chat box. Yes, good. Ivory. The bed should be of ivory. Second question. The Lord of Tartary would be summoned to meal by peacocks, trumpeters, harp and mandolin, flute. Who will summon that meal? Yes, Sakshi. Trumpeters. Very good. Good. The car of the Lord of Tartary would be drawn by peacock, musicians, horses, zebras. The car of the Lord of Tartary would be drawn by peacocks, musicians, horses, zebras. By whom? By zebras, not by musician. Alfia, zebra should draw that car. The answer is zebras. 7 zebras were there. Yes, zebras. The last question. Good students, you are giving me the correct answer. Good. I would wear a robe of beads, white and gold and green. They would be and clustered thick as seeds. What is the figure of speech? When I explained the poem, that time I told the comparison was there. Simile, metaphor, personification, irony. We have learned about the figure of speech also. You people are getting the answer. The comparison of all this is done by with the said as said. So it will be what? Simile. Good. So hope you got the meaning of the poem. You understood everything. So these some questions are there for your assignment. You can note down or you can screenshot. Take a screenshot of these questions. The 5 questions are there. You have to write first the poem and then you will write the answer of these questions. What does the poet say about his bed and clothes in a Tartary? In Tartary. Second question: what animals and birds would there be in Tartary? How would the evening be in a Tartary? What does the poet say about the rope of the lost Tartary? Then, what does the poet say about the rivers in Tartary? Questions are easy. Questions are easy. Students, have you got the meaning of all these things? Have you understood everything? Students, any doubt to anyone related with the poem? Will you learn this poem? Is it easy to learn? Is it easy to learn?
Yes. Yes.
So you all will learn this poem? Any doubt to anyone? I will read once a poem for you people. Just pay attention to it. If I were a lord of Tartary, myself and me alone, my bed should be of ivory, of white and gold my throne, and in my court should peacocks flaunt, and in my forest tigers haunt, and in my pools great fishes land, their fins outward the sun. Yes, I am reading the poem for you people again. Now, second stanza I am reading now. If I were a lord of Tartary, trumped us every day, to every meal would summon me, and in my courtyard bray, and in the evening lamps would shine, yellow as honey, red as wine, while harp and flute and mandolin made music sweet and gay. If I were a lord of Tartary, I would wear a robe of beads, white and gold and green they would be, and crusted thick as seeds. And and era should and it should when the morning star I would don my robe and smitter, and Std7 should draw my car through Tartary's dark glades. Lord of the fruits of Tartary, her rivers silver pale. Lord of the hills of Tartary, glen, thicket, wood and dell. Her flashing stars, her scented bridge, her trembling lakes like a foamless seas. Her bird delighting citron trees in every purple well. Very easy poem. Will you learn that? Any doubt to anyone? Any doubt to anyone? No? Good. So hope you will learn this poem. Very nice and interesting poem. You should live in an imaginary world too. Right? We should imagine whatever we want. Okay. So students, learn this poem and see you next time. Bye everyone.